Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Do you have absolute certainty about how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
I think that worked, Drew Berman. I know it works every time, actually. How are you today on this fine, thankful Thursday?
I think it worked. I am so thankful. I'm at such an interesting place. I had phenomenal conversations with each and every one of these amazing people today. I cannot wait to introduce them. I'm so excited to introduce them to you, Gina, and to each other. From the great state of New Jersey, we have a partner at Greenbaum Rowe, and Mr. Selvin concentrates his practice in the areas of estate and tax planning. He's got 20 plus years in estate administration, probate, and trust litigation. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Brian Selvin.
Fun fact, I spent 2+ years early in my career as an adjunct professor of law at Cardozo Law School, teaching tax practices and procedure and running a clinic where the students represented people who couldn't afford attorneys before the state of New York and the IRS.
All right, we have some other extraordinary people here, and I just got off the phone with Jason, all the way from the great state of New Jersey. I do not even have to look up his bio. He is a Marine, which is totally badass. He is a Seton Hall graduate, which is amazing. And he is the founder and partner, principal owner of Castle Firm. Jason, welcome to the show.
Fun fact. Aside from just being a father, which I love, I am a recovering politician. So many years ago, I ran for Congress, and then I also served as a city councilman here in Teaneck for some time, actually, when I was in law school.
And let's see, who else do we have here? So I have Eddy Djaja. I think I said it right. He is from the other side of the planet, Gina, all the way from Bali, which blows my mind. He is an advisor for one of Inc. 5000's top growing companies. Everyone, please welcome to the show, Eddy.
I'm in Seattle right now.
You're in Seattle. Excellent. And what is a fun fact?
I came number 2 an oyster eating championship in San Francisco in 2001.
All the way from the great state of New Jersey, we ranked 9 years in a row as Rising Star of SuperLawyer under 40. This is a super talented New Jersey gun lawyer. And Gina, adwokat mały po polsku means this attorney speaks Polish. welcome to the show, Jeffery Skiendziul.
Fun fact is I am an NFL owner.
Wow.
I own the Green Bay Packers, along with about 500,000 other Cheesehead fans, because it's the only publicly traded team in the NFL, and I own 1 share of Green Bay stock, so that makes me technically an NFL owner.
I want to welcome, also from the great state of New Jersey, Senior Vice President of the AMS Business Division Company. She actually works with Wyndham Professionals. She is the CFO of Allen, Maxwell Silver. She owned a collection agency for 28 years, and she actually did work with Sean Callaghy and Michael Smikin many, many, many years ago. Lisa Freidman, welcome to the show.
I think it's a small, I keep saying it's a small world, because I did have association with Michael and Sean many years ago. And again, I don't think this is one of my fun facts, but how I got involved with them is I was dealing with a builder, and apparently he ended up doing everything wrong. So Michael was very instrumental in getting this builder to pay up.
We have one other amazing guest. This is the Chief Operating Officer for the New Jersey Women's Lawyers Association, a TEDx speaker, founder and principal, and for Comply by Osato. This woman is super interesting. Osato, welcome to the show.
My fun fact is when I was in college, one of my jobs was to work at the Boston University Animal Lab and train capuchin monkeys to help handicapped people. And
Drew is the incredible understudy of the day. Sean Callaghy's son is graduating from college. So Drew, how is this going to go? Let everybody know. And then we have, who are our 2 participants, Drew?
Yeah, so we explained the rules to everybody, and people are still sometimes confused. So basically, we're going to start a timer clock. And our 2 contestants, who I know who you are, and I'll tell you in a moment, are going to have the wonderful, beautiful, incredible opportunity to go from hello to yes with a role player. Gina will be the role player, and you can make her anybody you want in the world. You will have 3 minutes with a clock to go from hello to yes. So we have 2 amazing guests and 4 judges. So amazing contestant number 1 in the left corner, coming in as world champion communicator extraordinaire, Miss Osato is going to take on the 27 years plus in business, lawyer, finance expert, agency owner, Lisa Freidman, and we're going to see how they pair off against each other.
I can play any role.
So let's play a role with, I'm trying to reach Angela Pope at DocuSign. Okay. She's in charge of credit. We've gotten business from her before.
And so I'm going to answer the phone, and then then the clock will start. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, this is Angela.
Angela, it's Lisa Freidman with Allen, Maxwell and Silver. How are you?
Oh, hi, Lisa. I am doing great. Thank you. I have just a couple of minutes. Can I help you?
Yeah, you know what? I know, listen, we've worked together for a long time, and I know I've tried sending you an email and I've tried texting you, and I just really wanted to just follow up and make sure that you're happy with our services, that everything's going well. And I've spoken with someone in your sales department, Jack Rolovich, who works for Salesforce now, and he's mentioned to me that you have a new manager. So are things in a state of flux right now? Or so maybe you can give me some feedback on that.
Yeah, things are just a little bit in flux right now. So what is exactly that you wanted from me?
Really, I just wanted to follow up because normally you're placing quarterly with us. You're placing collection accounts with us quarterly, and we haven't received anything. So I just wanted to follow up and make sure you're still happy with us.
Yeah, things have been okay. Just like you said, like I said, it's a little just in flux right now. And I'm not sure that you're right for us, frankly. Convince me that you are. What is it?
Well, I know we've been working together for a long time. As you know, I worked with you at Univar, and now I'm working with you at DocuSign. And again, you know, we pretty well can customize anything to your needs. So if there's something that we're not doing, you need to tell me. And again, we can try to customize a program that's going to work better for you. So I would just need to know.
Okay. Well, you know, there's a lot more to it than I have time for right now. I do have another business like yours that I'm talking to, and I'm really trying to weigh out the differences as to what's going to be better for us. So, you know, I think really it's going to come down to me needing to understand how you can optimize what we've been doing, and I just don't have enough time to sort of get into that right now.
Well, here's what I can do. Maybe what I can do is send you some more points and maybe some bullet points so you can review them. And again, if you can give me the opportunity to review this closer, just let me know when you're available and I will reach out to you.
Okay, that sounds good. You can give me a call next. How about Monday at noon? That would be
Fine,
that would
I will
work.
send you a Microsoft Teams invite and I will look forward to speaking to you then.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, down to the wire. Got a yes, got a next meeting. Oh my gosh, Lisa, you went first. Osato, do you understand the rules now and the tough competition you are up against?
Absolutely.
All right, well, Eddie and Jeff are tough judges.
I would love for Gina to be Oprah. Okay.
And what is the yes you seek from Oprah?
The yes is I want Oprah to sponsor an upcoming retreat that is for this specific group.
All right, good luck. The camera's about to start. So
okay.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, I'm going to answer the phone.
It in.
Hello.
Hi, this is Osato Shitu with Omawa Lux. I'm so honored to be speaking with you today, Oprah. Thank you so much for your time.
Hi, Osato. Nice to meet you. I'm grateful. We have just a couple of minutes together. How can I help you?
Absolutely. So again, thank you so much, Oprah, for your time today. And so the reason that I wanted to speak with you and meet with you is I am putting on a multi-day international retreat specifically for women of the diaspora to be able to do their inner self-assessment related to a program that I run called the Black Woman Liberation Formula, whose whole premise is to get Black women to stop pretzeling. And pretzeling is a word that I have trademarked, which is effectively a word utilized to depict the shape that professional Black women have bent themselves into in order to be palatable to the rest of society, instead of feeding their own inner desires and showcasing their shine. So this retreat is really an inner assessment to look at your past to determine why is it that we've pretzeled, how we've been rewarded, focus on the implications for our current situation, the jobs, relationships, the patterns that we engage in, again, to be rewarded from external sources, and then take that information and shape desired futures based on your inner shine and glory. So I'm looking to other Black women like yourself, who we look up to and admire, to help facilitate sponsorship for this event, which will be occurring in Costa Rica over 5 days. In this beautiful retreat setting. And we want to be able to open this up to a vast majority of women. And we're looking for sponsorships in order for that to happen.
Wow, I thank you for the work you're doing in the world. As a Black woman who climbed many ladders and unpretzeled as much as I pretzeled, I like that terminology. It is important work that you're doing, and I understand, and I thank you for inviting me. I do get asked for a lot by a lot of organizations.
Absolutely.
And I would love to consider this. I think best is that, right now I can say it's a maybe. So let's plan a time for a longer conversation and see if we can get to yes. Does that work for you?
Yes, and I can send you our sponsorship package in the interim before our next meeting.
That will work. We could actually go over it together, Asatu, and thank you again for the work you're doing. Call my assistant and we'll set up another call, a longer call.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Eddy, how did Osato do?
I think it was very good. I love the pretzeling. I think that's a word, that the other side's familiar with. There is one thing for me that I like to do is asking questions. Perhaps there's 2 or 3 questions in there to confirm on the other side if there's any interest.
1 to 10. Eddy, what say you?
8.
At 8. We got an 8 on the board. Awesome, Osato, well done. All right, let's hear from the other judge, Jeffery.
I think she had great ambition. That I love the fact that she reached high. Again, I love the word pretzeling. I like the fact that she managed her expectations by asking for a follow-up meeting for more time. My score, 8.
Brian, you've been watching, you've been taking notes.
The issue that I had with the presentation, she had an opportunity to remind this client of past successes in order to get to that future yes, and I think she let that one go by. But as for a total score, I'm gonna put the whole pressure of this competition on Jason and give her an 8.
Oh, Jason, what did Lisa do right? What can she do a little bit better? And what is the score from 1 to 10?
Wow, all the pressure. Luckily, Lisa did a phenomenal job. I love that she did the rapport reminder. There was a moment where the client said, we're not sure if your services are a match. And there wasn't much digging in to find out what that match was. But on a score of 1 to 10, I'd have to give her a solid 8. I really would. I'd have to give her a solid 8. I think that they were evenly matched, and I really think that she did a phenomenal job.
We have a tie, which means everybody wins. Now that everyone's done, we've got all the scores. Are we done?
I don't think so. I don't know, guys. What do you think we put Drew Berman on the hot seat?
Listen, I would love for you to be Lisa.
But you be who Gina was. You're still Lisa. I'm Drew. But you're the decision maker at DocuSign, and I'm trying to re-earn your business.
Okay.
Okay. So, Lisa, how are you?
Good.
And I've been thinking a lot about you. I know there's a lot of stuff going on over there at DocuSign with everything that's going on in the world and in COVID and the noise and the news. How are you doing? How's things been?
Things have been fine.
Yeah. And what are you most excited about over at DocuSign?
Right now, it's just, I think business is challenging, overall, but DocuSign is doing well. I just don't even seem to have any time.
I hear you. I acknowledge that you're saying it's things are challenging. So I'm really listening. What are some of the challenges that you're having over at DocuSign?
Well, people are always challenging, we're managing people, and that's always challenging.
And I know, listen, you and I have a long history together. I know you've bounced from a couple different companies. You're always driving, you're always leading, you're always winning. And I know we've had some successes in the past, and I've been trying to reach out to you, and my psychotherapist told me not to take it personally and that you're probably just really busy, but I'm glad I caught you for just 2-3 minutes. And I wanted to see if where you were in your decision-making process, because I know we were doing stuff together and then we were considering doing more. So wanted to see where you were at with things.
Well, we are looking at, we added on another agency, and we're still in the process of looking at that. That's really where we are at this moment in time. This hasn't been on my high priority list.
Yeah. Well, let me just acknowledge you, Lisa. I know you're always got a handful of projects on. I've always admired you as a leader, as a tremendous voice for truth, for reasoning. And I know you've got lots of projects on your plate. When are you hoping or looking to decide about which organization to move forward with?
I hope to have I hope to know something more within the next 60 days.
Well, I know these things take time. I know you've got your reputation on the line, both personally and professionally. I know that you're deeply committed to the success of DocuSign. May I just share one thing, and then hopefully we can continue this dialogue next time?
Sure.
Lisa, I've loved working with you. You know, our families have gotten to know each other. We've referred business back and forth to each other over the years, and I don't take any of that for granted. I know every time is a new playing field. I know every deal matters. I know every dollar matters. And I know the other companies you're looking at, I think, and I would love you to give an honest, fair chance so that we could serve you at the highest level, compete with whatever they're asking, see if we can win. And you know what? If it serves DocuSign for you to go with the other company for a myriad of reasons, I will honestly, personally, and totally not affect our personal relationship at all. I know business is business. I know you have a lot of other people to answer to and to talk to. Would you allow us to compete professionally and see if we could actually win this time through integrity, through serving you, and through helping you and your clients grow and hit the vision that you want to see?
Yes, Drew.
Okay, so can we just set up a time next week to just chat and go a little bit
Absolutely.
deeper?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, I honor you. I appreciate you. Have an amazing afternoon.
All right. Thank you for your call.
All right. Oh, all right. Sweating on that one. So Osato, seeing both sides, presenting, hearing, listening to the judges, a topic I know nothing about. How did I do?
I thought you did great. You showed empathy. You did the human. You used a human touch, right? So it's not salesy. It's people-y, which is great.
And if Gina, can I ask you permission, please? Because I know we have a lot of lawyers here. Osato just used the word people-y. Can I trademark that? Like she trademarked pretzel-y?
I think Osato gets to trademark it. I think she gets to trademark it.
Well, friends, Jason was asking me beforehand. He's like, what do you guys do this for? Like, why me? Why us? Why this? What's the point? So I was on a Real Raw about a year ago, and I had a pretty cool experience. And a year later, I have the honor and pleasure of producing this show. I interviewed and introduced each and every one of you, and Gina taking her time out of her busy day to co-host with me. We are students of Unblinded. We are students of Sean Callaghy, who teaches one sentence, how we all create more money, more time, and more magic through self-mastery, process mastery, and influence mastery. And we do that with our students, our lawyers, our accountants. We help people grow their law firms and their lawyer practices. And what we got today, for those of you that remember Baskin and Robbins, the little pink tasting spoon where you could taste the ice cream. Today was a taste of our influence formula. Now, I'm not perfect, but there is a formula to go from hello to yes. It's develop rapport, create some kind of pain to yes strategy, offer your heroic, unique identity, and then bring in agreement formation, which has nothing to do with closing or pitching or hooking or elevator pitch. So we invited you all here today to get a taste. And then all of you have a scheduled follow-up with one of our team leaders, either Adam or Fernando. Adam had Adam grew a solar company from 3 million to 756 million, partnered with Sean, who owns
in just 3 years.
In just 3 years, who partnered with Sean, who owns an 8-figure law firm, and he's sole equity owner of a 140-person law firm, who partnered with Fernando, who was a Colombian immigrant living above a Chinese food restaurant with roaches, and found the bridal industry through a wedding, fell in love with the DJ and the band and the photographer, and learned that business, and then took events into the corporate world and did 2,500 events and had 2 7-figure exits in his 20s. And these men are up to good in the world. Gina and I work with them by working with amazing people in leadership like you all. And Jason, the reason we chose you, Osato, the reason we chose you, Lisa, Eddie, Jeff, Brian, you've all been invited to this experience. Intentional. We want to get to know you. We don't want to make this a 1-hour relationship. We do want to make this a 20-year relationship. So Gina, I believe we have a gift.
Yes, and so just thank you, Drew. And let me just add a little bit, because I know you all heard a little bit about Sean in our intro. And Drew, we can actually invite these folks back another time too, that they get an opportunity to meet Sean. And we certainly hope you all have an opportunity to meet Sean. Tony Robbins himself put his hand on Sean Callagy's heart in front of 200 plus people and said, there is no one that leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. And if you're not following what he's up to, you should be. Tony Robbins does not say that about many, whether you like Tony, whether you don't. That is an extraordinary acknowledgement of the heart-centered, growth-minded, intentional, successful, mission-driven man that Sean Callagy is, and the people that we link arms with to cause and create integrous influence in the world and intentionally bring together. You guys are all people who might want to know each other, might want to co-create together. So please feel free to drop your info in the chat so that you walk away from this and you can connect. Look for, some of the videos on our Facebook, this video playing live on Facebook now on our Unblinded page. And for all of you, we invite you to our daily huddle. Every morning at 8:30, we have what we call our Unblinded huddle. And for the next week, you are welcome to be our guests as a gift, where you get to hear Sean. Right now we're coming off of a trip to Grand Cayman where Sean taught about group influence and the dynamics of public speaking and the power of influencing as a group. So in the morning, if you guys come on, you might hear some about our trip, but the impact that it's had on the lives of the people that came. And our huddle is just like it sounds, like you're at the huddle, you're getting ready for your day, setting you off on in your zone action for each day to have a powerful, impactful day. We'd love to hear you. It's about 15 minutes to 30 minutes every single Monday through Friday. And you're all welcome to join us tomorrow. As you see, the link has been added in the chat. So that's my final. Thank you all for coming. Drew, kicking it back to you for wrapping it up.
Lisa, Eddie, Osato, Jeff, Brian, Jason, from my heart to yours, thank you for taking time out of your day. I hope you learned a little something about influence, the Hello to Yes formula, connecting, breath, pauses, question, rapport. We have so much to unpack about what happened today on the call that you're going to do that with either Adam or Fernando. Gina, it is my honor and pleasure to be here with you as your co-host. I honor your time and your brilliance and your acceleration in business and life and in mastery. Thank you, everyone. Let's not make this the end. Let's make this the beginning. So Lisa, Jason, when they say out there, those people, The Real Raw, Sean Callagy, Drew, I don't know, the show, should I do it? Lisa, what would you tell them? Was it good? Was it thumbs up? Was it fun?
It was fun. It was good. Thumbs up.
Jason, a little bit different than what you expected, not your typical corporate Zoom meeting. Jason, good value, good use of your time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I got a chance to hear from two people who are clearly experts in their industry. That's Lisa and that's Osato. And it was a learning experience that I couldn't have gotten anywhere else. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going back to the New Jersey Law Association bar.
Enjoy that, Drew.
And I think it's almost party time or happy hour time.
It should be a drinky winky time.
Yeah,
I'm going to go find some cool, good-looking lawyers. So thank you, everyone. If you don't yet have your follow-up appointment set, please set it, but you'll get a lot of value out of that. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Thanks.
Have a great night, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye-bye, everybody.